Would you like some extra cheese with that?
Yes, please.
Anyway, dude, tell me about you. How you doing? What's going on in your life?
I'm well. And nothing's going on in my life besides trying to do personal work. Meditation has been interesting because it's taken on a really different form in that I'm trying to meditate much more frequently. And pretty much anytime I lie down, which I try to make happen a few times throughout the day, I'll just be like, okay, I'm just going to do a simple countdown procedure and lull myself into a more, like literal alpha brainwave pattern of relaxation. And then once I'm in that state, try to just like throw things of various positive affirmations or take that feeling of being in that positive state, however you get there, just like we do in acting, using our imagination to get into the mindset of a character in a specific moment or whatever. Yeah. But using that to basically brainwash a characterized version of yourself that you want to be the more joyful, more, like fulfilled and kind and generous and happy version of the self. And you like brainwash that by going into these states of relaxation and dropping little packets of like self-affirmation and being like, I am the kind of person who blanks, and let me visualize what that feels like, how good that feels when I do blank. And then I will go forth and bring that feeling into my actions. And that's been very helpful, but I can't say that I've been very productive in a literal,
well, let me ask you this.
Metric.
Let me ask you this, that you have taken this meditation upon yourself. You saying it hasn't been effective? Like you've been able to achieve?
No, it has. It's been very effective for its primary goal, which is, to achieve that state of relaxation and gradually reprogram your brain to remind yourself of the
Here's
state.
my real question. Yeah. How long has it taken to get to that point where you can take meditation to that level? Because for me, and I'll be honest here, meditation is always is like one of those things I'm like, I know I got to do that. I really got to get into that. And even doing 10 minutes is difficult. I'm just sitting there I'll do it once and I'll be like, that was nice. But then never again.
Yes, it's difficult in the same way that like working out is difficult in that there's different versions of it that may be more or less difficult given your
You seem like you've gone to an advanced level of meditation.
I don't think so at all. I definitely don't think it's a hierarchical thing. I think in the same way, literally in the same way as athletics.
Any is good.
It's not just any is good, but there are very specific, nuanced ways to strengthen the mind-body relationship or the mind just inside the self relationship or imagination of future perspective or going back through memory. Like these are all different, they're not different in the sense that they're isolated from one another, but they're different experientially for the person to be like, I'm remembering the past versus I'm visualizing about the future versus I'm being anxious about the future, and reinforcing these patterns to any degree, which is one of the reasons why it's like you think about when a lot of actors talk about the downside of, I'll try to not be long-winded about the story.
Too late.
Yeah, I know. The downside of using things like sense memory, because you potentially could get into a space where you're reliving negative trauma that you've experienced and you're just reinforcing that as opposed to augmenting the narrative or finding, peace with it, which is a different feeling than being anxious or broken as if it's happening to you again in the way that it happened before, right? Like, and oftentimes people will torture themselves as actors proverbially by doing that. And so what about the inverse? You can do the inverse and be potentially.
So is this a similar thing that you would do? Like, let's say you booked a huge role. I mean, are you going to be doing similar?
I don't know. I don't have a method. I can't answer that question. I wish I could have
it. Really sounded like you had a method for all those things. You're like, just like acting, and then now you're telling me you don't have a
as
method?
The royal acting. Okay. All of our acting, the concept of acting.
I thought you were talking about the profession of acting, but you were just talking generally speaking.
Yeah. Acting.
As acting in life. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Reprogramming the self.
Well, podcasts are free everywhere. That's kind of my running joke.
I didn't realize it was a joke. I just don't pay for podcasts. So I would use Spotify. How are you guys?
Well, you do pay for podcasts. You pay $10 a month for Spotify. Bam! Sucker!
No,
Gotcha.
I pay $9.99 every 28 days. I wouldn't say I pay.
You're right.